Hello there, I am Zach and I designed ShotLister, and welcome to another very exciting tutorial about ShotLister. If you don't know what ShotLister is, it is an app for creating shooting schedules and shot lists and changing them as you shoot on the fly on your mobile device. Isn't that cool? You know it is. That's why you clicked on this link. Alright, today we are talking about how to import and export out of ShotLister. I am running version 3.3 on an iPad, but everything is very similar on any platform, Android, Mac OS, whatever it is. Even on the phone, it's all very similar. Alright, so we're going to dive in to our project here, Indiana Jones, and there's a button right here that is the export project button. Now, these options will be slightly different depending on which mode you're in. If you're in scene mode or shoot day mode. Right now we are in scene mode, as you can see here. So I'm going to click on export project, and you are given this little cool diagram here. Now this allows you to choose what you are exporting. So the first row is either SHL, CSV, or PDF. SHL, those are the project files. So that is basically the file that ShotLister creates, and you can send that around to your friends, store it for backup purposes, keep it under your pillow, whatever you'd like to do. That's basically just so you can export your data out of ShotLister. Now CSV, that is basically a file format that Excel or Pages can open and you can work on your computer and then re-export as CSV and import it back in again. So this is basically a format that you can use to get into the data yourself. And then PDF, as we all know, is a format for sending around a nice looking PDF that can be printed out that your crew can look at, and you can show off everyone how beautiful your shot list looks, and everyone will wonder, how did you do this? And you say, well, there's this app called ShotLister and you should buy it. That's basically what will happen if you click this button. Now, so you choose which version you'd like. So say you want to export an SHL. Then you choose which way you'd like to export it. So either through email or through Dropbox. So you can toggle these into whichever combo you would like. Let's say we're going to do a PDF through email. So now, these are all the options for that PDF, these ones here. Landscape, that would basically make it so that your PDF is in landscape mode in case you had a lot of info and you wanted to print it out on a wide piece of paper. Color, that would allow you to turn on the color for all your exports. So if you had shots that were colored or anything and you wanted to print out a colored PDF, you could do so. But if you wanted to disable the color, because you're doing a black and white printout, you could turn it off there. Stripboard, that will basically put a cover page on your PDF so that you see basically this information here that you see in the background, all the kind of scene metadata. And circle takes and storyboards, if you turn those on, which are ShotLister Pro features, then it will also include your circle takes or your storyboards. Cast, if you turn that on, that will put an additional cover page on there that has all the cast and their cast numbers, which is something that can be helpful. Alright, the last thing here is if you were exporting an SHL and you were doing it to Dropbox, you could turn on Storyboard, and that would export an SHL to somewhere in your Dropbox, and then it would create a directory in your Dropbox that it would export all the storyboards to, so that you could then open that SHL on another device and it would automatically import all the storyboards from that Dropbox. So if you need to move an SHL around that has storyboards, you would pick SHL, Dropbox, and turn on Storyboard, and then hit export. Now let's pretend we're doing a PDF to email, and we're going to do landscape, and we're going to do stripboard, and it's going to be very colorful, and I click export. Another window shows up, which is basically asking you which scenes would you like to have in this PDF. Maybe you only want to have one scene, so you click none, and you click the scene that you want, or you want these two scenes, or you want all your scenes. You basically pick whichever ones you want, and then click done, and it'll create a PDF that it puts into an email for you. Alright, so the next thing, like I said, is if you go over to shoot day mode and click on your shoot day and you go to the export menu, you are given a very similar window, except that there is now this new thing called include times. And this is basically so that when you are exporting a PDF, you can either toggle on or off the ability to have these deadlines and your estimated durations on the PDF, because sometimes maybe you don't want to share your secrets with the crew and you want to keep everything secret. Well, you turn this off and everything will be secret and only you will know how far behind you are. Ha 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 ha. Now, the only other important thing to know is if you export a PDF while you are in shoot day mode, that PDF will include your shoot days, or shoot day, depending on which ones you select. But if you are in scene mode, it will include your scenes. So that's why there's scene and shoot day mode menus. Okay, now we head over to the projects page, as we are right here, and click the import button. All right, so what you see here is an icon for Dropbox. If you click that, it will open your Dropbox directory and allow you to import any files from Dropbox. And the rest of this here is just a list of all the things that we can import and explanations of how to do it. So SHL, as we talked about, is the project file for ShotLister. CSV is a template you can download from our website and fill it out and change it on your desktop and then import it back into ShotLister. Final Draft, Fountain, and Celtics are script formats that you can import into ShotLister if you have ShotLister Pro, and it will create a project for you with all the scene metadata already filled out. And PPM is an online cloud service which exports SHLs, so it explains there how to do that. If you don't use Dropbox, you can also use email. You can email files to yourself and then click on them and say open with ShotLister. Or if you're using Google Drive or any other kind of thing on your device, you should be able to click on the file, open up the open with menu and choose ShotLister, and it will magically arrive inside of ShotLister. All right, the other thing I'm going to show you is how to fill out a CSV template. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get the template. So if you go to our website and click download, it will go to the page where you get ShotLister, but also at the bottom of the page, here are the templates. So you can download either an Excel template or a Pages template. I'm going to download the Pages template. And here I am inside of Pages. So this is what the template looks like. It's got some instructions at the top, it's got a list of scenes, and it's got a list of shots. So the way this works is basically you fill out the scene data that you want here. So scene number, nickname, location. If it's interior, exterior. If it's interior, you put yes. If it's exterior, you put no. Your description, your page number, your page count, which you do in a decimal, things like that. And then down here is where you add all your shots. So same kind of thing, you just fill out all your data for the shot, its size, its flag. If you have a user field, you can enter in all your information. Now the other thing that's important is you don't want to change anything that is inside of this column, nor do you want to change anything that is inside of this row or this row. As long as you do not change those, ShotLister will know what to do with all this information. So as an example, I'm going to add a row below here, and I'm going to call this scene 15, and this is going to be the trench scene, and it's on the Death Star. Good, and it's exterior. So you would fill in the rest of your information. Now, if I was going to add a shot to scene 15, I would go down here and write in 15, and that tells ShotLister that this shot belongs to this scene. Some people think that they have to fill out the shot numbers here, so they'll put 65A, 65B, 65C. That is incorrect. These numbers are to tell ShotLister which scene this shot belongs to, not the shot number. So just put 15. You can see that it says 1717, 165A, 65A, 65A. These should all basically correspond to whichever scene up here you want it to belong to. So scene 15, let's say, Luke, and it's going to be on camera A, and blah, 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 blah. Then you go up here to export and you choose CSV, and in this case for numbers it needs to be Unicode UTF-8, whatever that means, and then you just click next and save that to your Dropbox or to your email or to your Google Drive or to your Box account or whatever way you move files around through the universe. Then you import it into ShotLister by either importing it through the Dropbox menu as I showed you right here. You go to here and click Dropbox and import your project, or just find the file and say open with ShotLister, and it should pop right in here. Alright, now you know everything you need to know about importing and exporting from ShotLister. Congratulations, you are now an expert. The only other thing you could want to do is use CrewSync, which is our way of basically sending files between your own devices and your crew's devices. There's a whole nother tutorial about that if you'd like to know more about that. Alright, thank you very much. You can always reach me at contact@shotlister.com. Tell me how you're feeling, tell me about your film, or actually talk about ShotLister if you have any issues or you have any ideas. You can email me right there. And as always, if you can head on over to iTunes or Google Play or the macOS store or wherever you find the app and rate it as the most excellent thing in the world, that would be very helpful. because then other people find out about it, and then we can afford to make this app actually the best thing in the world. So thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Happy shot listing.